Paperwork wise, it wasn't sound. It was more of like, I trust you, we're gonna do this. I trust you, we're gonna do this.
I knew I was the first one to find out the lights was off. Mm-hmm. And I kind of figured, I don't know if he actually, he told us that the landlord was out to evict us, but I didn't realize it wasn't in that order.
Okay, got
Like the lights off was the last thing.
Okay, all right.
Oh shit, the lights are off. Mm-hmm. Called him, told him, hey, I don't know how we're gonna do this episode. The lights is off. You might want to call somebody. I don't know what's been happening.
That's all our fucking work.
All your work?
You're damn right, nigga. Your shit ascended when I was up there.
Wow.
Everybody knows that.
So when you left, how did I get 500,000 more subscribers?
Everybody knows.
And you ain't got 100,000 yet.
I don't need
100,000. How did you
do the same place
do
you
it for
are.
yourself, nigga.
Could I stop him from doing that? He never asked me.
Right.
He never told me he was going to do that. Mm-hmm. Right? So he didn't tell any of it. I can't speak for any of us. I know he never told me. I found out he was online like everybody else. Mm-hmm. I'm getting my phones blowing up. Yo, you see your man?
Bro, at a certain point in time, no less than 2 to 3 years ago, Math was doing 2 M's. How you doing 2 M's? And now you just fumbling and flopped. That's crazy. This is a masterclass in how to tarnish a business with ego.
You can't say it's about business with me if we ain't doing business.
Welcome back. What's good? This is the Furious Robinson podcast, and I'm your host, Furious, your curator of conversation, wordsmith aficionado, voted most likely to be trending down the timeline. Hit the like button, drop a comment, sub. I'm here to build. This is a Sick Times media production. You see the planes? Math Hoffa built one of the strongest podcast platforms in hip-hop media, but now one of his co-hosts is exposing the cracks in real time. Poor communication, behind-the-scenes drama, and landlord issues. This ain't just a podcast. It's a case study on how ego can kill a good business. This is nasty work from Math Hoffa.
You can't say it's about business with me if we ain't doing business. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to me. I'm a real businessman. You know what I'm saying? If I'm your friend, I'm your friend. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing business with you, that's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? If I'm dedicating my time, sacrificing my time, donating my time, that's charity almost.
Sometimes we have to step back and look outside of ourselves to really come to a better understanding. Because if everyone is jumping ship, if everyone is saying they've been done dirty, I now have to look at the main culprit. I have to look at the main point of contention. And that seems to be Math Hoffa.
I definitely got caught up in some financial issues and all that. We don't know what's going to happen with the shop. Just keeping it 100. And a lot of the deals and the situations that I got involved in weren't sound paperwork-wise. Paperwork-wise, it wasn't sound. It was more of like, I trust you, we're going to do this. I trust you, we're going to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Math is saying I was getting money in the streets. My parents never taught me business. Okay, but bro, we got to be real. You a grown-ass man with a YouTube plaque and a podcast sponsorship, not a 17-year-old duffel bag boy with a Boost Mobile. This ain't coping. This is cosplay in real time. You can't be pushing 40 talking about street money like it's a business excuse. There's Google, there's books, there's literally thousands of ways to start an LLC on YouTube, but somehow, some way, we getting lost in the sauce. We doing post-press interviews in an empty barbershop. We living in a weird society now. We doing too much pseudo business. Let's get away from handshake deals. Let's get away from in good faith deals. Let's get away from we'll figure it out later deals. Let's get away from that. Use Math Hoffa as a cautionary tale of how not to do business.
Nothing's weird for me. It is going to sound very anticlimactic. I'm chilling. Okay. I'm chilling. I don't have any beef with anybody. I don't have no smoke with nobody. Me and Math is still in business.
And the wildest part to me is he's standing on being financially illiterate. He's standing on not knowing anything and everything crashing and burning. So this is now what he's going to try to monetize off of, his trauma.
I knew I was the first one to find out the lights was off. Mm-hmm. And I kind of figured, I don't know if he actually, he told us that the landlord was out to evict us, but I didn't realize it wasn't in that order.
Okay, got
like
you.
the lights off was the last thing.
Okay, all right.
Oh shit, the lights are off. Mm-hmm. Called him, told him, hey, I don't know how we're going to do this episode. The lights is off. You might want to call somebody. I don't know what's been happening.
When you're playing leader, when you own a business, when your name is the headliner, you have now sole ownership to make sure your team understands the mission. That means you need to be transparent in what is going on behind closed doors, because they're not talking to the person who subleased you the building. They're not talking to the landlord. Like Mecca not talking to the landlord. Esso and Heineken obviously not doing that.
All our fucking work.
All your work?
You're damn right,
Wow.
nigga. Your shit ascended when I was up there.
Wow.
Everybody knows that.
So when you
It
left,
ain't
how
the
did I
same.
get
It ain't
500,000 more
the same.
subscribers?
Everybody
without you?
knows.
And you ain't got 100,000 yet.
I don't need
How you did that?
100,000.
How did
I'm
you
in
do
the
it?
same place
Do
you
it for
are.
yourself, nigga.
So I'm looking at Math like, why not just hire a team? Why not go get an agent and have him hire a team? Why don't you have a financial advisor? And there's a lot of different things about this whole Math Hoffa situation that are very startling to me. Even if the tab was 7K, drop the 7K, get that bread back on the back, come on, and still run the pod, because that's your main driver of income. This is when people start to play Monopoly to me. It starts to become a game in real time. They think that they don't have to pay taxes. They think that they can lowball people and not pay good wages when people are doing great work. Because he had people up there like Champ, Bigga, Esso, Heineken, Mecca, Space. A lot of good men up there, and essentially tarnished the brand in real time. They were getting shout outs from Eminem. They had RFK up there. Bro, at a certain point in time, no less than 2 to 3 years ago, Math was doing 2 M's. How you doing 2 M's? And now you just fumbling and flopped. That's crazy. This is a masterclass in how to tarnish a business with ego. This not a school business. This not a t-shirt brand you started out of your mom's garage. We're talking about handshake deals, verbal agreements, and vibes. This ain't a barbershop business no more. It's a content infrastructure, not cousin credit.
Could I stop him from doing that? He never asked me.
Right.
He never told me he was going to do that. Right. So he didn't tell any of it. I can't speak for any of us. I know he never told me. I found out he was online like everybody else. I'm getting my phones blowing up. Yo, you see your man?
You can't build an empire on, yo, we good, right, bro? Yo, we good? Okay, cool, we good. I'm going to pay you on it. No, stop the madness in real time. When you start to lose all of these co-hosts like Mecca, and he breaks it down, you can tell there's a clear lack of communication in everything that Math Hoffa does, and it leaks into his business acumen.
Can't duplicate the voices, right?
So when I see all of these men leaving this pod, I look at it as, damn, he doesn't respect the culture. He thinks he can just throw anybody up there, and as long as I'm Math Hoffa, we gonna get it done. That's not the case, bro. When it comes to podcasting, it's all about chemistry and really who's around you. How mics can bounce off of each other. If you're the A mic, your B and C mic should really be there to compliment you. You can replace a co-host, but you can't replace that dynamic. The jokes that they brought, maybe the witty one-liners, maybe the fundamental educational facts. A lot of people can't really get on these pods and talking to these mics and actually get points across. It's a lot of internet babble being spewed in the streets. So I'm looking at Math like, if you really did have the opportunity to really get in your bag and move the needle, I'm looking at you like a goofy, because you didn't want to learn business acumen, because you can't, and this is the nastiest part to me, and I hate to pocket watch, but you can't be on these podcasts wearing Rolexes, wearing monster chains, wearing all these designer clothes, and then you don't even got your business right on the back end. Just get your business right first. That's it. It's smooth. You don't gotta rock the rollie yet. You don't gotta put on the purple denim. You don't gotta do that. But now you playing facades. You living in a fairy tale land and your business shut down and you in the dark crying and complaining and trauma bonding to your fans.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, so I can play a little bit of devil's advocate here and say maybe Math was under a lot of pressure. He saw what was happening in real time and he didn't know how to relay that message to his team in the right way to get them to stay around. Maybe. I don't know. Some men are closed off like that where they don't know how to express themselves without being essentially narcissistic or with an inflated ego, and that happens. But this is the fastest way to tank a business, and that's what I'm speaking to. So if you're building something big, remember this. It only works if people feel like they're a part of it, if they have a piece of the pie. Ego builds followers. Communication will build a fundamental foundational team. But let me know what you think. Hit the like button, drop a comment, sub. This is the Furious Robinson podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we up.